Wassail. So I was thinking just now about how I've been using Wassail to say hello, and right now this old English greeting of good health seems very appropriate, which I didn't know at the time. It was just a word that felt necessary. So I'm doing a reading today because it's time to try and see if we can have any more messages from the Ascended Masters about this massive energy shift, this 2020 shedding that's taking place with everything that's going on globally. There's so much fear and panic among people, and I'm hoping that we'll get some messages of joy. I'm picking up lots of information about how everything going on at the moment, Archangel Michael, is exactly as it's meant to be, and that the most important thing is that we are being drawn closer together as a collective, and that we maintain the love within us, the fearlessness within us, because that's key. I suspect I'm not gonna try and guess what the cards want to tell us. Let's just allow Spirit in, and let's see if there are any messages that Spirit wants to give us. Let's start with the bowl. So 9, Divine 9, for the 9th reading from the Ascended Masters. So I want to focus on this. So the energy's coming through there. They are gentle, but there is this underlying anxiety which is to be expected. I mean, these changes that we're about to witness are beyond our imagining at the moment, is what I'm hearing. And I'm kind of hearing that even though I'm sitting here shuffling cards, they're saying they're not sure that the message that we're going to get will be calmly heard or understood. But let's see. So, Ascended Masters. Which Ascended Master would like to come forwards and deliver a message to the collective to bring them hope and to keep them in their frequency? He's back, Mr. Coronavirus, and it's what we're here for. So your third eye is open, as in your third eye is about to be opened in a way that it couldn't before. The collective, the oneness in everything, is becoming too strong now to be broken. Connections are being made all across the globe, and we have Freya. So we're really having a moment with our Viking ancestor gods here. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released, phases and cycles. So he came before to tell us about the fear and the illusions, Freya is here with her wonderful apples of health to bring us, or is that Fricka? I'm not sure. But anyway, so this is the beginning of the ending, and the illusions will be revealed. So that's our theme. Let's go to the Anastark, because I do feel a cosmic presence at the moment rather than an earthly presence. The earthly realm is in turmoil. The cosmic realm is where that energy of joy is. So, what messages do we have for people? What messages do we have? What messages do we need to see? So, I am right in that it's cosmic. We have the Ascended Masters, create open communication. So, our cosmic ancestors, the Ascended Masters, and I really am getting that sense of extraterrestrial entities from other dimensions are gathering, or are gathered. They are gathered. They're here. They're here now. And we have the card of 59 Community. This is the card that represents your twin flame tribe. And I am using that in a very broad sense. The card is talking to me about how this 3D notion that we've had of a single twin flame is nonsense. That is an illusion. It's been an excuse to cover up narcissistic tendencies, angers of the age of Pisces. The truth is that you, all of us, are connected to a twin flame tribe, a whole soul family of people that you're connected to in that way that you believe you're only meant to be connected to one. You are meant to be connected to one, but to everybody within that oneness. Look, when I sat down to this message, there was no sunshine. And now, since I sat down, the sun came out. And now, as I deliver that message of the oneness, the sun is almost blinding me. Now, your twin flame tribe are here, and this is 59 followed by card 60, protection. We are all protected, and they want you to know that although there are going to be so many changes that are going to seem quite globally catastrophic at first, because a lot of people won't see the truth, everyone is protected. Everyone's in the perfect place for their perfect moment within this journey, and we're all at different places. We're all experiencing different moments, but we are connected. And those that are going to fall during the coming months because of this virus, they're released. They're going to become part of the sort of ascended masters around you. They're the people that will be able to protect you. So loss is not something to fear. There is an inevitable loss, but the gains that are coming are so warm. They're so transformative that I'm not sure we can right now understand where we're going. So I'm going to ask for a little Rasuli, because these decks deal in love, and the message I'm getting all the time at the moment is to try and keep out of the fear. The fear will hurt more than the surrender. So it's about surrendering to the flow. I've been doing this for a couple of days. I've been allowing the universe to bring towards me the moments of living, and I really mean living in the real 3D world, that are drawn towards me, and just to flow with them. And it's meant a couple of very late nights for me, staying up 6-7 hours later than I would normally. But it's important that we're engaging in life, connections with each other, because this is what we're being drawn to, the collective consciousness. You know, if we can isolate, and if globally we're all in a kind of lockdown for the first time, the entire consciousness of the planet will be one in their own inner space, to bring up the notions, to create change, to bring about a new frequency globally. So let me stop talking and focus on these cards, because I am being told to just shut up and let the cards talk. I'm listening. So, Odin and Freya, please. Ascended Masters. Twin Flame Tribe. That's a lot of cards. Imagination. It's really interesting that this card comes up. It's wonderful colours that are not truly part of our chakra energies because they're spiritual energies. This magenta energy with this cosmic egg here with the bird tumbling out, this rebirth that's about to take place, is inevitable. There's nothing we can do to change it. And again, a repeat message. Deal with the unexpected. There are so many unexpected changes coming in, and Freya came out today to be with this message. Cycles are ending. Things, structures are ending. I mean, you know, capitalism is ending. It's all changing. It's time to turn over a new page. And this is in that wonderful aquamarine colour. Let love lead the way for change. This is the frequency, love, that we have to slip into. Energies are transferring, and this card is talking about how, look, this person's not seeing. They've closed their eyes to everything because it feels too painful to look at the truth of what is coming in. Change is always frightening, but change is something that I've always embraced. I've changed my life so many times in so many ways. But you mustn't fear the change. The changes are coming are so beautiful. We have to break away from our attachments. I know what they want me to tell you. I kind of want more cards to come out to tell the story, but it's to do with, there are many dimensions. So we're at a point where the entire planet is being stopped. everything is being stopped. All energy is being stopped to be transferred. And in order for you to continue to move forwards in love, let love lead the way for change, you have to stay in that frequency of love. But in order to allow that, it's about this hermit stillness that the entire globe is being put on, this kind of shutdown. This is going to bring stillness to begin with. There'll be all kinds of panic, but that's what you've got to fight. That's your challenge. Your courage that you have to find is to remain still in these moments that are coming to us now, because they are good, but they're a reset. They are a total reset of all of life. Things will change. Now, in your stillness, you have to change your frequency. You have to let go of things that no longer serve you. You also have to break away from your attachments. Now, this is a really hard thing. You have to let go of the attachments to everything you love. You have to unhook your energy from everything and see yourself as in a moment of oneness with Source. And when you're in that moment of oneness with Source, Source and you can then pull new dimensional frequencies towards you. And this means detaching from everyone you love in order to move forwards. When you move forwards, those people will still be there, but they will also be newer versions of themselves because you've freed them from the shackles that you put on them in our relationships with them. Remember, everybody is really, all the people you love, they're guaranteed, they're part of your twin flame tribe. You will see them in so many more lives to come, but we fear letting go. And it is hard because we have families, we have loved ones, and I'm not saying let go of them so they don't exist. You have to let go of them to allow yourself through a portal, and they'll be in this new dimensional reality with you. It's almost like the portal is sort of eighth dimensional. It's a oneness that allows you to move forwards into the 5D where the collective are reassembling. And those that don't shift with you, their particular part on their journey will continue in their dimension, but you in your dimension will still have other versions of them that went with your reality, but you can't carry them through. You have to carry yourself through, trusting that the truth is they're all still there. And then we have simple pleasures. Look for beauty that is all around you. Life is going to be simplified because we have, throughout the age of Pisces, all been made to feel and be economic slaves. Some people are still being trafficked in this world, and all of these things are going to end, thankfully. This is a massive, beautiful moment in the cosmos that's never been seen before, and so many people are here, spirits are here, ascended masters are here. They're all here to witness this with us. So let's have something from the shamanic deck. Can you please, Odin and Freya, show people the hopeful pathways and how we get through this? Please show people how to get through this. So, we have the ancient ones. This is again ascended masters. Dear they're all coming out. They're all here. But the first card that actually flew out is the Beauty Way. We are all heading towards this new 5D frequency, and we're all on a different pathway. There are many paths. Everyone will reach their point in this pathway at different moments. It's how long do you want to continue to exist within the fear-based world? You have to create with your imagination. Remember, we had imagination at the beginning. Draw from the well of your own capabilities. You have to create in a vision quest, and you have to hold this vision quest and create a kind of collective utopia in which the world that you live in is a better place. Now, this is vision quest, and I've never seen this before, is all to do with this new heart chakra frequency of the aquamarine paradise ray coming online. And then we have two cards. Oh, this is so magical. It's 732. The number 237, which is magical, it's being reversed. And 237 came up in a reading the other day, and I said, look it up. This is 732. This is the moment of turning over the new page, moving on, everything reversing, almost everything being turned on its head. The Luminous Warrior is the transformation of the ascension process where you trust absolutely in the Luminous Warrior. Your soul tribe, your twin flame tribe, your soul tribe are all around you, and they're bringing magic and beauty. Orbs will start to appear, not just, I've got a spirit just over here that's moving beads to just say, this really is what's happening. It's like, as if from behind me, the world around me would sparkle with tiny orbs. You will begin to see orbs in the real world, not just in videos. We're going back to a kind of earlier frequency. This frequency's been on Earth before. It's the true frequency of Earth that we've been denied the chance to live within for so long. And it's all going to be restructured and broken down. So, Kim Kranz, animals, do you have a message for people? One of my favourite animals has just popped out. So, Vulture. I love Vulture. Vulture is here to basically say, be still. The energy around Vulture is just static stillness. It's time to look within our souls in this collective hermit moment that we're all going to experience, and to see that absolutely everything that has happened, all the pains, all the things that people will kind of at first feel huge anger and frustration over, the lies that have been taking place, the illusions. People will want some kind of justice, but the justice is the Beauty Way. It's not revenge. It's love. It's forgiveness. It's this cycle we've lived through was meant to happen. The cruelty, the enslavement, the meanness, because you can't reach a frequency of nirvana if you haven't seen darkness, if you haven't witnessed horror and trauma, then moving to the light becomes really difficult. And there are lots of people out there whose only traumas are self-created because they have had such fortune in their lives and they've failed to build. Okay, that was a massive truth. And it's very odd because Vulture is just saying it's time to nourish. We have indigo light. And indigo and purple energy is cosmic energy. It doesn't really exist here on Earth. It's part of our connection to our twin flame tribe. It's an energy color that's going to come up more and more. Oh, and then we have octopus. Octopus is deeply sensitive, deeply emotional, deeply intelligent. This is our growth, but this is collective master key. It's like a huge key is being put in the most giant lock to unlock the entire world, to change absolutely everything. Oh, and crow. I saw them straight away this morning down on the beach. And immediately I was like, what do you want us to know, Crow? Crow is saying that the most seismic changes of energy are taking place on the earth. And Crow represents the vastness of all of the spirits, ascended masters, ancient ones, Elohim, all of these groups. They're so enormous. Look, this is the world, and anyone who thinks they can beat spirit, just have a think about the vastness of this spirit. And one of the things I keep hearing is that those in power have already conceded defeat and they've had to do a deal. I mean, it was interesting seeing Donald Trump the other day announce some measures where he was offering a large fund of public money to help support people through this time. He was almost choking on the fact that he was genuinely having to announce this, because he really they didn't think they were going to lose this game, and actually they have. So where are we going, please? To the good tarot. So what's going on for the global world? What's going on for the global world? We've got the Eight of Pentacles, the Yggdrasil. Octopus is like Yggdrasil. It's the eight-legged code keys. The keys are here. New things are being unlocked for everybody. But you have to still do the work of maintaining in the collective consciousness a connection to the oneness of everybody, but a singularity notion that you and Source are one too. And every night when you go to bed, you need to disconnect from the entire collective and wake up connected to them again. It's like in order to shift dimensionally through these time portals, you disconnect from the collective, you reconnect to the collective. And each time you reconnect, the collective will become fresher, cleaner, lighter. There's so many wonderful energies coming towards us. So, do we have some more messages, please? So over Crow we have the Six of Air. There are choppy waters ahead. We've got to go through this period. It's just interesting that all the planets are moving forward. The cosmos's energies are unstoppable now. But how this ship fascinates me, because the sails are one way, the ship's the other way. It's like everything's back to front, everything's being reversed. Again, that 732-237. It's almost like a handbrake turn has been put on everything, and we're turning backwards. But as we turn backwards, the entire landscape that was behind us is changed. It's a completely new pathway. And then we have the Page of Water and the Four of Water. And this is, again, this is messages from emotional messages, but they're messages to do with this resetting of everything within the Akashic record. Water is the Akashic record. I keep saying this to people, and that's why you need to program water that you drink to keep your frequency higher, to clean up you don't need to keep drinking the trauma of time in your water. You need to reset it, and that then brings you that cosmic pearl that she holds in her hand, that is comfort and safety, something to treasure, something to hold, something to enjoy, something of great beauty. It's this remaking of the world that is taking place energetically. And then we have 7, the Chariot, to move forwards. And there's an absolute energy of calm, inevitability, a humbleness, gratitude. This is moving forwards. It's interesting because the Chariot is often, for me, seen as a card where, after the lovers have co-created a beautiful new existence, the guy, the raw male, comes back out and he gets on his chariot and he dances off. This is divine feminine in the driving seat now. And that's the energy that's taking shape. There's a lot coming with this eclipse, as I'm always saying, and I think that the traumas that we're going through are going to be played out over the next few months until the 21st of June, when there will be much grander unveilings of hidden truths that have been really, kept from us. So I'm just going to go back to Anna Stark. Where are we heading? Give us a sense of the beauty that's coming. You see, I'm asking for the beauty that's coming, and yet I'm getting the messages I've got before. This is about us and our reflections, being led astray and resolving the issue, secret temptations and emotional challenges. Who do you want to be? Who do you think you are? Who are, you can say you were led astray, and you were led astray by the frequencies, but you were meant to be led astray. But now is the time to resolve these issues. It's like I can't speak properly today. Third eye vision, reclaim your mind. I mean, that couldn't be a more beautiful message for us all. It's card number 36. Look, 3 and 6 is the Nikola Tesla frequency that we often get caught between before we put that divine 9 energy in to shift forwards. We have to reclaim our mind, and to reclaim our mind, it's got to be reprogrammed entirely. We've got to be able to understand with love and forgiveness and compassion how to move forwards. There is no retribution here. This is not how karma intended it to be. People that are lost were meant to be lost. That was part of their journey. People who have been abusive, it was part of their journey, because in order for them to move forwards, they need that energy within them to take and integrate into their souls to make them a better person, to have their epiphanies. This is massive energy change that's coming, but it's not something we should fear. That's the point. Let go of fear and keep that element of love and trust. We have the mystical shaman. This card is, it's like an ascended master. This is a galactic shaman in a way. It's talking about, and it's a master number, 3811. It's talking about how all of the things of the past are being shed, everything. This is a dawn that's something completely new. And then we have 3 cards. It begins with the rattle. Now, the rattle is about bringing something to a halt and popping a stillness, which is exactly what's going on. 7, this magical number of 7, this pathway creation, this rattle is, again, it's full of the energy of the aquamarine. It's time to stop and allow these new energies to come in. And we're moving into 21, the Gatherer. This card is 5D for me. It changed recently to 5D. This is about how when you work with the Saturn lower heart energy and find your truth in the world and your willingness to stop abusing the planet and to live in harmony with the planet, you shift up. You move through dimensions to places where the earth embraces you. The earth will forgive. The earth is so much more magnificent that it will forgive and heal itself and heal us. And then we have 8, 5 and 3. The sun will come out again, but we are the figure standing in front of the sun. All the while we remain in the illusions and the fears, then you are not going to see the truth. Now, lots of people are kind of waiting in this moment for a divine intervention, is what I'm hearing. And the divine intervention has always been there. It's there right now, but you have to choose to open your eyes and see it. This is not, they are all here, all these kind of ascended masters, spirit teams, they're all here watching, and they're all trying really hard to get your attention so that you might begin to unlock your dimensional doorways and shift through the corridors of time and space towards the 5D earth. If you just sit on your ass and wait for some kind of alien communication, that's not going to happen. You have to engage. If you want that to happen, you have to engage in shedding old stuff, understanding and moving yourself to the dimension where there's enough calm and enough ascended people for that frequency to allow that moment to take place. Otherwise, you will stay bedded in the virus. The virus is almost like I don't want to say like a ticking time bomb. It's like the Tesla trap, and you need to connect with the Divine Nine. You need to connect. It's not going to connect with you. It's already there. It's in you. It's always been in you, but you have to find a way to identify it and to bring it forwards. So I'm just going to end. I can't believe I'm doing this to myself with the little hieroglyphics. So I'm not very good at reading these. It takes a while to get the messages from them. But I'm being told to let these out because what's happening now is coming from ancient wisdom that we've had hidden from us. Great esoteric mysteries that are about to be revealed to those willing to slip through the right doorways. It's looking like they only want to tell you one thing. Well, two. Because that one slipped and skipped into my hand. Okay, 2 and 5, 7. This is about how you have to tune yourself. You have to tune your spirit and your body frequencies through dance, through movement. You've got to excite your soul. You've got to engage in life. You've got to create. Back to that original card, the imagination. You have to imagine the story that you wish to tell now. It's like we've all reached a point with the energies going on at the moment where we're at the eye of the needle. It's not a tiny frequency, but the point of the eye of the needle analogy is that you have to shed shit to get to the eye of the needle. It's a great big beautiful gateway that's coming, but if you're not the right frequency, you don't go through the gateways into the new dimensions where all the people you know are still there, but they're all ascending as well. So you have to change your frequencies. And then we have 17, and this card, I once said there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flowers, but there's an 8th bud, which I didn't observe until afterwards. And that's the remaining growth. It's like you need to complete your frequency to get to the 8 code to unlock the dimensional pathways. The whole of humanity is being given the chance to connect with their key, but it's not like a free ride. It's not, you have to put in the effort, and I've been saying this for a long time. You have to look inside yourself, and this collective moment that's about to happen with everyone going into hermit mode and all going isolating into their own spaces, being at home. I've had the card be at home for a long time, and I always keep saying it's be at home with yourself, but it's also just be at home, be in communities, be in spaces with people you know and love. Reach out to people around you. Heal. 4 of Swords. You know, the broken hearts that we've had is to be healed now. Anxieties, all those thought traumas are what you need to heal from. They're old age of Pisces stuff that doesn't need to be with us. It needs to go now. Bring balance. We're being brought balance, but you still have to do the work to maintain your balance. And then we have the Mother of Pentacles. That is that beautiful, protective energy of your twin flame tribe. You're protected. We're all protected. Everyone's protected. And even those who might succumb to the virus, they're still protected. Their energy, if they're no longer here, they're on the other side, much stronger and much more powerful to assist in protecting you, because they love you, because you're part of their twin flame tribe. So the message generally is to be in a sense of peace, to be courageous, and to feel the love. I'm just going to end with one more Rasuli. So, thank you, please. sent me two. So fine wine, and it's wine as in whining and moaning. Longing is the portal to wholeness. You have to long for the frequency that you believe you should be. Because if you don't even engage in wanting to bring something new towards you, you're stuck. You're not going anywhere. So use your imagination to imagine what it is you would like your life to be. Because we all have a much greater, truer purpose. And then we have life's purpose. Seek your own deeper vision of life. And I love this card because this is almost like her vessel of emotions. And I always say to people, when you're creating your 5D reality, put your hands over your heart and don't show source your sacred space until you've decided what it looks like, and then gift it to source so that it can hold a mirror up to only the truth of it rather than all the workings out, because that complicates it. It needs to be much simpler. So she's got her hand over her emotions, she's holding them back until she's worked out exactly what her purpose is to release it. I mean, it's a beautiful message. There's wonderful protection all around us, but the danger is slipping into the fear, and the courageous part is to just keep flowing. No anticipations. Don't try and control what's going on. Just allow the flow to come forwards, and you will feel so protected. There's emotions, deep emotions to come out of this. Emotions of separation, but emotions of coming together. This is the collective finally coming together to create something so much more beautiful and wondrous and amazing that I'm looking forward to what's coming, really. So that's Odin and Freya and what they had to say. Try and keep the love, hold the energy for others, and deliver calm as your message, okay? Wassail, everybody, and see you soon.